Hi there, welcome to day 2575 of What Shifts You Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we're talking about being a better version of ourselves. That's the topic of this year's annual challenge. Supersizing our business, of course. Embracing failures, celebrating wins, and using a success file. Talked about this, and if you're thinking, what the heck is going on with your lights? I can't tell if it's funky looking or not, but my lighting has been challenging me technically for a couple of weeks now. Got a backup ring light, I just haven't pulled it out, but I think after today I'm going to actually have to pull it out because it's like rainbow colors going around and around it, making me a little dizzy. So what are we talking about? Failures. Shared 5 ways that we can learn from the failures. I like to think, I learned this from Tony Robbins decades ago, life is happening for me, not against me. Bad things happen to everybody. Good and bad things happen. Things work, things don't work. We try things, they work for other people, but they don't work for us. And we're like, well, why is it not working for me? And we realize that we're not the person that's ready to have that thing work for us yet, right? I like to say yet. And that's one of the tools we'll use coming up is, well, this hasn't happened for me yet. Today's tool is the success file. And I love this tool. I learned about it and started doing it in corporate America. I don't know why. I just started saving things that made me feel good. Maybe it was a little cartoon or a cutout or something that somebody had shared with me, a card, a thank you, add a girl or add a boy from one of my bosses or a co-worker. And I just started putting all this stuff in a file. And over time, it got thicker and thicker and thicker. And so when I had one of those days or an incident that would happen at work that was super challenging and I felt like an absolute failure or like the world was coming crashing down, I would pull open my file cabinet drawer, look inside, and there would be my success file. And I'd reach in and I'd grab something out. And somehow, I don't know why or how it worked, but I will always pull out the thing I need to see right then based on what's going on in my situation. It's crazy. But I think I've got at least a 90-some% match of I pull out the first thing I pull out is exactly what I need, or I pull out a couple of things and together they form what I needed to see at the time to deal with the failure or the setback or the situation in a calmer, better way, right? Sometimes we just need to, and my daughter tells me this a lot, I need to just take a deep breath sometimes and wait to respond versus just reacting. And it's again, next time I'll do better. I just keep continually improving because to me, I still fail sometimes. Sometimes I still yell, or not yell, but I'm always afraid something bad is going to happen. I don't know why. Probably got that when I was a kid. A lot of bad stuff happened to me. I was like, go getter child. That was the one that was always running and stepping on nails or cutting my face open because I fell over the trike because I was running around the house fast and not watching where I was going. Things like that. Cut my head open. At President Kennedy's funeral, I fell back on a coffee table because I was rocking in a chair I shouldn't have been rocking in, fell back, and it was a wooden hard edge table, cut open my head. And so my mom didn't drive back then. It was very exciting. We had to go to the neighbors and get the neighbor gentleman to drive me to the hospital. Luckily it was only a few blocks away, so couldn't walk though. Anyway, long story. Lots of stories, but lots of bad things happen to us, right? They seem like they're the end of the world at the time, but then we look back at them and we're like, oh my God, I now see why that didn't work out. That was not the right business partner for me. That was not the right business for me. I've been in whole industries and businesses where one day I wake up out of my excitement and frenzy of getting involved in the business, and it's right in my face that I am doing and working with the people that I shouldn't be working with. They're not the right customers for me. They were I would actually hear in my head, this business is soul sucking for me. And that's when I knew I needed to get out and do things differently. And so that's how we grow. That's how we learn and change and figure things out along the way. So I will figure out my lights. I always do. I will figure out my technology. I always do. I always am like in panic mode as soon as something doesn't work the way it's supposed to. And then I'm like, take a deep breath. You got this. And then boom, boom. Usually way faster than I thought, I end up solving problems and fixing things. I love that I can fix things. I love that I can find lost things like that. You know, we all have things that we're super really great at and strong at. And we all have things that it's going to take us a while to master them. But mastery is what we really want in just the key core areas of our life, right? We don't need mastery in everything. I am opposed to the saying, how we do one thing is how we do everything. I don't know who says that, maybe perfectionists, but how I do one thing is definitely not how I do everything. I actually consciously choose and decide what is the level of quality and energy, meaning what amount of energy and effort am I going to put into this particular thing. I put a whole lot of energy and effort into the people I love and care about. I put very little energy into the people I don't care about, right? Or that have absolutely the opposite belief systems that I have. Why? Because they're not my people. We're here to serve and be an example for the people in the world that we're here to serve and be an example for. And the rest have other people that they're following and other people that are examples for them. But I digress. Anyway, Saturday in my neck of the woods. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Embrace your failures, because that's where we learn and that's where we grow. Bye.